Tim Langlois here at the Final Four, now joined by a man who needs no introduction. It's Jim Nantz of CBS Sports, and he'll call the games on TBS for the Final Four. And Jim, did you ever expect Syracuse to be here, a 10 seed out of the Midwest?
That's what makes this tournament so great, is that you get the unexpected things that happen. And I don't think there are a whole lot of people, maybe even the Syracuse team, on March the 12th, when the tournament was set, the brackets were released, who would have thought that this team could end up being in Houston. Visited with the coach today. We had a cup of coffee with Jim at his hotel really early this morning. We talked openly about what it felt like, the likelihood that maybe they would be left out of the field, and 2 days after Selection Sunday they could possibly be playing an NIT game, and yet here they are just 2 steps away, perfectly comfortable in the underdog role yet again, and perfectly capable of going and winning a couple of games and ending up as a national champion, as bizarre as that sounds.
Yeah, and they take on North Carolina here, and 2 ACC teams meeting. What does that say about how the ACC has been what a lot of people think is the best conference?
Listen, I've always very closely followed the ACC because I was born in Charlotte, and my dad ingrained in my head when I was a young boy ACC basketball. But what's more important to me, if I'm an ACC fan, is not just the 2 teams that are here. The fact that you had 4 on one side of the bracket, when you had Virginia and Notre Dame are also in the Elite 8. To have 4 out of 8, that's pretty spectacular.
And now for you, going from the Super Bowl earlier and then to the Masters, everyone asks you about it, but how does the Final Four compare to all the events that you've covered?
Here's what happens, Tim. I get to one place and I look around and I say, how could anybody ever say there's a better sporting event than this? And then you go to the next one, and it's a hard question to answer which one's the best, because they're all very special. I happen to now be a father of 3. Okay, I have a young son, 2 months old today, and now as a father of 3, and at the same time managing the 3 events you just talked about, I would never be capable of saying which one's my favorite child, any more than I'm capable of saying which one's my favorite event. They're all special. I love them all in their own unique way, and I feel very blessed and privileged to have the chance to and be entrusted with these events to be able to broadcast them.
And I heard someone before asking you to talk about the Masters, and you said you get asked more about the Masters here, but any thoughts about what is coming up at the Masters?
Yeah, it's all upside down for me. When I'm at the Final Four, people want to talk to me about the Masters. I get to the Masters on Tuesday morning, and I'm walking up to try to get the latest information from all the world's best players, and all they want to talk about was the Final Four that I just came from. So I can't ever get it all quite lined up in perfect symmetry or perfect harmony. But it's going to be, I'm sure, I really try not to let my mind go there too much. This is too important, it's too close. But it's a good time for the game of golf. The game has been able to transition itself to the next wave, the next brigade of really international young stars. And really almost all of them are coming in with their games on go. What Jason Day's done the last couple of weeks, pretty remarkable. Adam Scott a few weeks before that, going back-to-back weeks. Rory's on the precipice of a career Grand Slam. Jordan's been a little bit off his game, but he's gone second and first the last 2 years. And, they write a pretty good script there every year. I can't even imagine right now what the script is, but it'll be a good one.
Well, Jim, really appreciate the time, and best of luck on the calls in the Final Four and for the Masters.
I want to wish you and JP all the best in your careers there at Newhouse. That's a great thing to get into that school, which you don't get there by accident, so I wish you both all the very best.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.